Alright, guys, welcome back. We're back on A Realm Reborn. We're trying to keep the story moving. Let me swap over to my other character class and then we'll get it started. I led my men to Quarry Mill hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded people here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. Problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell, Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this cursed hamlet won't help us, so I have no choice but to turn to you. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. Where am I supposed to display antelope at? Okay. Fireback, tell me you've got 4 horns with you. You're a God-sent adventurer, praise Ralgar. There's at least one man in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a name Bescaron, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They say he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's like to have tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him to have them ground down. When that's done, bring me the powder back and give it to Falmaron here. Godspeed. Ever a sight for sore eyes, how fares the adventuring, rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. Got something to show me. This looks like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to add to make a medicine, you say. Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I am no stranger to the remedy. An Alhamigan friend once used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alhamigan soldier in Quarry Mill. Hey, so it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor side as needs it. Oh, and don't worry, you're a little ahead off about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. It is well to see you return. Have you medicine for our brother? God bless you. I'll see that Gillian receives the treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. Galleon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his conditions are likely to deteriorate to where it was before or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Alberta. Might be as the woman's seen something. Finally, it's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quarry Mill some time ago, and he let me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. This is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to little Alhamigo. That I known what he was thinking, I would have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brothers is strong. He's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in its weakest state is suicide. Out in the wilds alone, that fool. That great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the wood for Galleon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. Watch out, a goblin. Galleon. Captain, but why? You should be all on your way. What do you take us for? We're Alhemigans. Alhemigans never forsake one another. Our ships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, the oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on Alhemiga's soul again, together or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good, let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing. You wish we didn't find you. Can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I will see you back at Quarry Mill. Galleon is expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take to the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask me anything is yours as long as it's mine to give. Cooperation of the people of Little Alhemigo, that's all. By far be it for me to question your desires, of course. Very well, I'll provide you with a letter to show Thunderball. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the resistance. He's intimidating to those who do not know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Okay. Okay, where's this dude at? Why have you returned? You're not welcome here. I thought that I made it clear. spoke with Mefred. It's been so long since I last heard from him, I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Wherever you are, Mefred, see you as a friend, and any friend of Mefred is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and will tell you what I can. Finally. An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been appearing near Little Wild Amigo of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt that you'll want to question them about their trust, but they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them that I sent you, though, they may feel obliged to talk. Okay, he didn't say nothing of importance. So you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them. I see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, the same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Al Amigo. Not would do but to depose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by hate, we didn't realize that we'd been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Al Amigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. You done talking with the old bear. I've got a message to you from Lilrid. Glad something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gondorbold and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. Okay. How do I get out of here? Thanks for coming, friends. As no ordinary outsider who could gain the trust of the old bear, that's why I wanted to meet you to discuss something in private. Tell me why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you or someone else? Earl got your tongue. No matter whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Get him. Are you done now? Stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to attain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it, we'll reclaim our homeland. That's an ugly bug. In fact, attacked by Wilred and his cronies, that they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to it. Wilred mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. What power could he be speaking? Bertolina, God's preserve, what happened? I was out foraging when the corpse brigade came. They took me to their hideout, and the whole while they laughed at me. They said that I'd suffer because I cling on to hope. It was wrong to dream of home. It was wrong to call ourselves Alchemigan. Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilred, he saw me outside. He was angry. I must tend to Bartolina. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something rash. We are in definitely the filler stages of the story. owned a whole lot of them than it is as I feared. They mean to take the matters into their own hands, but what exactly do they mean to do? Was this a hunting knife and a map? Wait, you said Wilfred spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to. By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded. All they have no notion of how dangerous the Al-Hamaja are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystal. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. Well, at least I have a Kokobo to run errands now. They say the story gets better after all this stuff. We'll see. Okay. Didn't know others survive. It's all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our homeland. We were. Pull yourself together. We're going to make an offering of crystals to Ralgar to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Turok and make off with the lizardman's catch, but they caught us, and so many are dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your soul. Okay, now it's getting a little interesting. I regret our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Alhamigan people. This hope I will guard with my life. They try to summon a god. They fail. This dude wants to protect them, and I have to help him. What the hell? Oh, this dude's good. There we go. Skill at arms is impressive. Our wayward youth, our wayward youth could learn much from a man like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Alfamigo. Wait, we've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, ripe for the picking. Have you learned nothing? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by God. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? Wait, no one said anything about the masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Rhaegar, he swore. Enough, I will hear the rest of the sorry tale back at Little Alamigo. I dare say he will wish to hear it as well. No more lies. Tell us everything. I was outside with others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Rhaegar, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe we could raise ourselves from the squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known there's no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, listen to me. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Little Alfamigo lives on within us all. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whatever you do choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I won't, I promise. Thank you for saving me. Sorry I tried to kill you. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Alamiga may not have much in the way of comfort, but you will always be welcome here. Would that we had more information to offer, but what Wilred told you is the extent of our knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man would bring great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll find and put a swift end to the creature for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned word. Oh, I need to probably go to Vesper Bay. Um, welcome back. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Almigo. Tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habria? Planted the knowledge of summoning is in impressionable young minds, you say, precisely the kind of deception that Ostians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Mephilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Ahem, mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of this investigation. While you were attending to business in Thanalan, some of the information arrived courtesy of our friends, the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habria's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the self-same area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off, as well as willing. We will pick up La Habria's trail once more. Noxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One. This then heed well this one's words. Oh my god, I hate this. This one is friends with Walking One and the Ash Crown Consortium, according to Friendly One, a digging one named Medrod had an encounter with a scary masked one. The masked one is most certainly the Sinister One. Walking One should go ahead and speak with Digging One Medrad. Digging One is to be found at Fall Ground Float in the North Shroud. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. Need to attune to that crystal. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. It's only a matter of time before he comes for me. It's like he came for that poor woman. Nadrad is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm for long enough to hold a conversation. Oh, Jesus. Let's pat you on the head so you'll talk. Right, it's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true. But that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can recount what I saw without losing it. Pat on the head does wonders. It was just another ordinary day when I headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. See the corpse of a woman. One glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instance, I knew right away that a masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. You're investigating the same masked man. If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Anything to ensure we won't have to suffer Madrod's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork. That's all I wanted to. Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay him for comforting me. Oh my god. Oh lord. Dean as a pro. Okay. So here's what I know about the death. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple. For the sake of thoughtfulness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if we can find any proof connecting them to the dead? already seen the Ziz, good work. So we're able to find odd to suggest that the creatures are our culprits. Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like anyway. I believe we could safely strike the Ziz from our list of suspects, which leave us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. No crap. Really? Something else I heard about the deaths, it appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I better watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some has whispered that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock outside of here, causing it to flash and moan. Bears investigating, I reckon I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring me back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Jesus. There's something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia. But I've seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it's coincidence, but my sighting took place the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging. When a shadow fell over me, looking up, I found myself locked into a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without looking back once. This happened at the rocky area west of here in case you had a mind to investigate. I probably should have read that. Oh, that did a lot. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 golems of the Rock of Rancor, but what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you? While these are just garden variety crystals, it is a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. It looks like I've gone and wasted both your time. A perfectly good fire sand stick. Useless quest. A monstrous vein might appeared, and you slew it. That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of the fall ground. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. This does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball at all, or was it merely a trick of light combined with a blind panic? They've been promising no leads in the murders. I could scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that a killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. Oh my god, you look like a dweeb, dude. I've been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's plausible that I could have been mistaken, so distinct a creature for a bane might. But you and I were moms apart. How could we have both seen it precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend had a run-in with the Bane Might at the very spot you claimed to see this fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I'd wager an apple tart on it. He's serious, but listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why it couldn't be gods, of course. There must be more than one of the buggers. It's so obvious, but then that means that there have been repeated sightings of these fiends. There must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to an expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. What the hell? I'm not dead yet, and why is it my problem? While I burn to know the truth, some things are just best left unknown, lest you have forgotten. It was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The servants there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Bunch of cowards. That thing's ugly. Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings of the winged eyeball are uncommon enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. Victims have all been young women, all to have found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of. It's but engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim, a family sigil, or that of an organization, perhaps. Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murder. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You'll need it to continue your investigation. While it is a standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. Of course. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Morn. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite, artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by Ithray Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. You help track down the owner of a button. That's clearly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Go on then, show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button reminiscent of those worn by families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that a white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Sandguild over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a four-name basis. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is rather a bold assumption to make. I will try to assist you, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well to do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry wards northwest of here. Why do I gotta go to 40 places to identify a stupid button? As weight of memory comes to me of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ernstadell, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button on the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray, leave me alone in my thoughts. Sigil of the Darkander's family. How is it that you came in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face was marred in any way. I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition: you promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest, proudest families in Gridania, the Darkanners. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amadine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget her a day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. That moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her regain that which she had lost. And so began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew even more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of the body. I performed the dreadful task, obeyed, obedient servant that I was. When the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to the place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh half of a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved to never speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now and do whatever must be done. right, guys, this is where we're going to leave it. We'll enter a Hawk Manor on the next session. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe wherever you're seeing this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.